Have you ever wondered if your spiritual practice is truly making a difference? Have you ever spent hours reciting sutras or mantras only to question whether it's having any real impact on your life or the lives of others? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to unravel one of the most misunderstood assumptions in spiritual circles, that simply reciting sacred texts is enough for deep transformation and merit accumulation. What if the truth is far more demanding and far more liberating? Let's start by acknowledging a simple but profound reality. The world is full of people who chant every day, attend every ceremony, and yet remain bound by anger, ego, greed, and fear. If chanting alone were enough, wouldn't their lives radiate peace, clarity, and compassion? But instead, we often see the opposite, to people who are verbally devout but inwardly divided. So what's missing? The answer is deceptively simple: integration. Reciting scripture is like planting seeds, but merit, real spiritual merit, only grows when those seeds are watered with action, intention, and transformation. Without that, the recitation becomes an echo, beautiful perhaps, but hollow. This is not to say that reciting sutras or mantras is meaningless. Far from it. Sacred words carry immense vibrational power. They calm the mind, open the heart, align our consciousness, but they are not the goal. They are the means. They are not the fruit, they are the root. Let me share a story. A man named Elias recited the Heart Sutra every day for 20 years. He could quote it flawlessly. He explained it to others. He even taught classes. But one day, during a heated family argument, he exploded with rage. His daughter, taking, said, "You chant about emptiness every day, but your heart is full of fire." That sentence broke him. Not because it was disrespectful, but because it was true. At night, Elias wept, not out of guilt, but out of awakening. He realized that for 20 years he had been using the sutra as a shield, not a mirror. He had mastered the sound, but ignored the meaning. He spoke about emptiness, but never emptied his own anger. From that day on, Elias made a vow, not just to recite, but to live the sutra. Each line became a meditation, each phrase a question. Form is emptiness. What does that mean when someone insults you? Emptiness is form. How does that guide your chances? Within a year, his family noticed. He was softer, more present. You listened more. You reacted less. The sutra hadn't changed, but he had, because he had stopped chanting and started integrating. This is the turning point for any sincere practitioner. Recitation without transformation is ritual. Recitation with transformation is liberation. So let's ask the real question: what is merit, and how do we accumulate it? Merit is not points on a divine scoreboard. It's not something we collect to trade in for blessings. Merit is the energetic result of wise action. It's the invisible force that aligns us with harmony, compassion, and clarity. When you act selflessly, love unconditionally, serve sincerely, that is merit. When you release grudges, forgive others, help those in need, that is merit. When you embody the teachings rather than preach them, that is merit. And here's the key: merit is not just about grand gestures. It's in the little things. Helping a stranger without expecting thanks. Staying silent when your ego wants to win an argument. Caring for the earth through mindful choices. Being kind to someone who isn't kind to you. these moments, seemingly small, are actually the building blocks of a powerful spiritual life. But most people overlook this. They think spiritual work is only done in temples, meditation halls, or retreats, but the real dojo is your life, where relationships, where reactions, where thoughts when no one's watching. Imagine this: you chant for an hour in the morning, then gossip all afternoon. You bow before a Buddha statue, then treat the waiter with disdain. You read sutras about compassion, but judge everyone silently. What is that practice worth? The sacred texts tell us again and again, the mind is the root where external acts mean nothing if the mind is corrupted. That's not jump into instruction. So how do we shift? First, bring awareness. The next time you recite a sutra, pause after each line. Ask, how is this showing up in my life? Am I living this or just repeating it? Second, simplify. Choose one teaching to practice each day. Maybe it's patience. Maybe it's generosity. Let that be your mantra, your mirror. Third, find one way to help someone without being noticed. Anonymous kindness purifies the ego like nothing else. Fourth, reflect. At the end of each day, ask, where did I act from love? Where did I act from fear? This gentle honesty is how we evolve. And finally, connect, not just with teachings, but with beings. Sit with an elder. Listen to someone you usually ignore. Air your heart. Receive theirs. That is sacred practice. Let me tell you another story. Woman named Mai had been chanting the Reciting Sutra for over a decade. You lived alone, rarely interacted with neighbors, and often judged the world for being sallow. One winter, a stray dog began sleeping outside her door. First, he shooed it away, but one cold night, something shifted. He brought the dog in, fed it, let it sleep on her rock. At night, he had a dream of Reciting smiling, saying, "You finally hurt me." You woke up weeping. That dog was her teacher. That act of compassion, the real recitation. From then on, he began opening her heart to the world, not just through words, but through actions. And her chanting became alive. Because chanting alone won't change the world. But chanting that leads to kindness, forgiveness, that changes everything. Let's also explore the shadow side of over-relying on recitation. Some people use spiritual practices as an escape. A chant to avoid pain, a retreat into rituals to numb discomfort. But spirituality is not anesthesia. It's a magnifying glass. It shows you what's broken so you can heal it, not hide from it. A real practice begins after you chant. When you pick up the phone and apologize. And you donate time to someone who feels invisible. And you forgive your parents, then not because they were right, but because you want to be free. That is chanting with your life. So, let's honor the power of sacred texts. Let's continue reciting, but let's not stop there. Let's make every line a mirror, every mantra a movement, every syllable a seed that grows into compassion. Because the world doesn't need more spiritual knowledge. Needs more embodied wisdom. Needs people who don't just say loves but become love. Who don't just chant peace but breathe it into every space they enter. Who don't just study awakening but live it, moment by moment. So here's the invitation. Keep chanting, but also forgive. Keep studying, but also serve. Keep seeking, but also soften. Because in the end, the sutra is not outside you. It's in your choices, your silence, your smile. And when your life becomes the teaching, it's when you truly become the light. Thank you for watching this video.